Courtesy of the indispensable basketball reference, Hoops Hype readers and our own efforts, we have put together a super long list of NBA nicknames throughout league history. If you think there's any nickname missing from NBA players past or present, please contact us at hoopshype@hoopshype.com. Here's what we have in alphabetical order: AD, Adrian Dantley, AI. Allen Iverson, Ace, Ariel Morgan, Leo Gottlieb, Ak, Tom Heinsohn, Action, Demetrius Jackson, Mark Jackson, Phil Jackson, AD, Anthony Davis, Agent Block, Hassan Whiteside, Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas, AI2, Andre Iguodala, Air Canada, Vince Carter, Air Congo, Serge Ibaka, Air France, Michael Petrus, Air Gordon, Eric Gordon, Air Jordan, Michael Jordan, Airplane, Dennis Johnson, Airplane Mo Jones, Derek Jones Jr., Ajax, Bob Kaufman, Buck Williams, AK-47, Andre Kirilenko, Alfred McGuire, Alaskan Assassin, Trajan Langdon, Alexander Radojevich, Alex Buelis, Alfrederick Hughes, Alien, Tony Kukoc, All World, World B. Free, Alphabet, Allah Abdel Nabi, Andrew, Ashraf Maya, Andy, Andrew Anderson, Angles, Ken Mank, Ankle Taker, Kyrie Irving, Aquaman, Steven Adams, Arch Ryan, Diacono, Art, Arthur Becker, Assassino, Chuck Alexinas, Aussie Shaq, Nathan Jawai, BB Diddy, Baron Davis, B Easy, Michael Beasley, B Roy, Brandon Roy, B Shaw, Brian Shaw, BT Express, Billy Thompson, Baby Barkley, Clarence Weatherspoon, Baby Bull, Cliff Pondexter, George McGinnis, Baby Jordan, Harold Miner, Baby Ray Felix, Baby Shaq, Eddie Curry, Nathan Jawai, Bad News, Marvin Barnes, Bad Porn, Corey Maggette, Bag of Bones, Norm Grecken, Band-Aid, Derek Chivas Sparks, Andrea Bargnani, Barney, Leo Barnhorse, Basketball Jones, Damon Jones, Bassie, Sebastian Telfair, Batman, Danny Granger, Edric Bohannon, Scottie Pippen, Battling Bill, Bill Sharman, Baz, Shabazz Napier, Bean, Bob Love, Joe Bryant, Bean Burrito, Nick Young, Bear, Mike Brown, Paul Hoffman, Steve Shepard, BB, Lucas Noguera, Belly, Marco Bellinelli, Belly, Nemanja Bjelica, Bib, Mike Bibby, Big, Norm Nixon, Big Al, Alan Williams, Big Baby, Glenn Davis, James Lang, Big Ben, Ben Wallace, Big Bird, Brad Lowhouse, Big Blue, Bob Pettit, Big Burrito, Mark Gasol, Big Cat, Larry Kennan, Big Country, Bryant Reeves, Big D, Dave DeBuscher, Big Daddy, Dave Latin, Jay Vincent, Big Daddy Wookie, JaVale McGee, Big Dipper, Melvin Turpin, Big Dog, Glenn Robinson, Big Don Otten, Big Drizzle, Drew Gooden, Big E, Edmund Lawrence, Eldon Campbell, Big Ed, Ed McCauley, Big Fella, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Roy Hinson, Big Game, Les Hunter, Monty Morris, Big Game Dame, Damian Lillard, Big Game James Worthy, Big George McGinnis, Big Honey, Nikola Jokic, Big Q, Steven Adams, Big Mac George McGinnis, Jim McDaniels, Todd McCullough, Big Mike George Mikan, Big Mo, Moses Malone, Big Nasty, Corliss Williamson, Big O, Oscar Robertson, Big Panda, Bradley Beal, Big Paper Daddy, Ricky Pierce, Big Red, Bill Walton, Red Car, Big Russia, Kyle Collinsworth, Big Sauce, Alan Williams, Big Shot Bob, Robert Horry, Big Shot Joe Johnson, Big Shot Rob, Robert Horry, Big Smooth, Sam Perkins, Big Smoothie, Victor Alexander, Big Spain, Mark Gasol, Big T, Thurl Bailey, Big Train, Lionel Billingy, Big Z, Zelmo Beatty, Zadrunas Ilgauskas, Biggie, Caleb Swanigan, Bill, Butch Van Bredekolf, Billy Idol, Bill Cartwright, Billy the Kid, Billy Donovan, Bird, George Yardley, Otis Birdsong, Randy White, Birdman, Chris Anderson, Biz Mac Biyambo, Black Falcon, Harrison Barnes, Black Hole, Armin Gilliam, Black Jesus, Earl Monroe, Black Magic, Earl Monroe, Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, Black Superman, Billy Ray Bates, Blue Arrow, Jamal Murray, Bo, Tom Borwinkle, Bobby D, Bob Dandridge, Bobo, Boris Dio, Bogey, Boyan Bogdanovich, Boki, Boston Knockbar, Bones Brent Berry, Boo, Anthony Bowie, Boo Butt, Robert Williams, Booby, Daniel Gibson, Boogie, DeMarcus Cousins, Boom Dizzle, Baron Davis, Booze, Carlos Boozer, Born Ready, Lance Stevenson, Brew, Jim Brewer, Randy Brewer, Brick, Frank Brickowski, Broadway Joe Dumars, Brock S. Monster, John Brockman, Bron, LeBron James, Bronco, All Ferrari, Brope, Brooke Lopez, Bubba Chuck, Allen Iverson, Buckshot, Ralph O'Brien, Buddha, James Edwards, Buddy Buckets, Buddy Healed, Buddy Fresh, Buddy Healed, Buddy Love, Buddy Healed, Buffet of Goodness, Channing Frye, Bull, Pat Durham, Bullet Bob Boozer, Bumpy, Tyler Johnson, Butch, Howard Camivas, Butter, Kendall Marshall, Butterball, Jim McMillian, Butterbean, Bob Love, C. CC, Carl Nix, C. Webb, Chris Webber, Cactus, Jimmy Collins, Cadillac, Greg Anderson, Cameron Payne, Candyman, Lamar Odom, Cap, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Captain Jack, Steven Jackson, Captain Clutch, AC Law, Captain Late, James Silas, Cat Cortina Mobley, Catman, Terry Kallage, CB4, Chris Bosch, C. Booze, Carlos Boozer, CDER, Chris Douglas Roberts, Chairman of the Boards, Moses Malone, Nate Thurmond, Shapu, Andres Nochoni, Charlie Hustle, Jerry Sloan, Checkmate, Warren Davis, Cheese, Royal Ivy, Chef Curry, Stephen Curry, Chief, Al Farouk Aminu, Felton Spencer, Chili Pete, Pete Chilkett, Chocolate Rain, Anthony Morrow, Chocolate Thunder, Daryl Dawkins, Chosen One, LeBron James, Chuck E. Cheese, Chuck Nevitt, Cincy, Cincinnatus Powell, Clark Kent, Kurt Rambis, Clyde, Walt Frazier, Clyde the Glide, Clyde Drexler, Coltrane, Norris Cole, Cole C, Bimbo Coles, Coney Island's Finest, Stefan Marbury, Congo Cash, DJ Mabenga, Cookie Monster, Craig Smith, Cool Hand, Luka Doncic, Cool Hand Luke, Luke Jackson, Coop, Michael Cooper, Wayne Cooper, Coos, Bob Cousy, Cornbread, Cedric Maxwell, Count Blackula, Hassan Whiteside, CP3, Chris Paul, Crash, Gerald Wallace, Crazy Eyes, Kurt Thomas, Crowbar, Mark Crow, Crusher, Mike Davis, Curly, Nenad Kirstic, DD Fish, Derek Fisher, D Mace, Desmond Mason, D Miles, Darius Miles, Demo, Donatus Modi Tunas, D Rose, Derek Rouse, D Wade, Dwayne Wade, D Will, Darren Williams, Derek Williams, D Wright, Dylan Wright, DJ Mabenga, Dennis Johnson, D12, Dwight Howard, Damian Lillard, Dame Dalla, Damian Lillard, Damp, Eric Dampier, Dancing Bear, Gershon Yabuz LA, Darkness, Jason Maxiel, Debo, Ben Wallace, Delightful, D Brown, Debo, Grayson Allen, Dicky, Dikembe Mutombo, Deli, Matthew Dellavedova, Demolition Man, Dennis Rodman, Dennis the Menace, Dennis Rodman, Deuce, Rudy LaRusso, Dice, Antonio McDice, Dick the Nick, Dick McGuire, Diesel, Mike Smirk, Shaquille O'Neal, Digger, All Servy, Dino, Don Martin, Dip, Will Chamberlain, Dirty, Dirk Nowitzki, Disco, Alan Bristow, DLO, D'Angelo Russell, DMC, DeMarcus Cousins, Doc, Ernie Vandaway, Dolph, Danny Shays, Domas, DeMontis Sabonis, Don, Corleone Young, Don't Google, Evan Fournier, Double A, Alvin Adams, Double D, Dale Davis, Daryl Dawkins, Dwight Davis, Dougie Fresh, Gerald Wilkins, Dougie McBuckets, Doug McDermott, Downtown, Fred Brown, Dr. Crash, Chris Dudley, Dr. Duncanstein, Daryl Griffith, Dr. J. Julius Irving, Draymond Green, Driftwood, Spencer Haywood, Duck, Kevin Duckworth, Duke, Dave Bing, Paul Hogue, Dukes, James Donaldson, Durantula, Kevin Durant, E. Money, Eric Gordon, E.B. Elton Brand, E.J., Eddie Jones, E.T. Evan Turner, Easy, Eddie Lee Wilkins, Eldon Campbell, Easy Ed, Ed McCauley, Easy E, Eric Moreland, E.G., Eric Gordon, El Abuelo, Corny Thompson, El Chacho, Sergio Rodriguez, El Contusion, Manu Ginobili, El Diablo, Vincenzo Esposito, El Flaco, Francisco Garcia, Elmo, Elmore Morgan Thiller, Employee Number 8, Antoine Walker, Ennis the Menace, James Ennis, E.T., Pau Gasol, F. Fast Eddie, Eddie Johnson, Eddie Jordan, Fat Daddy, J. Vincent, Flash, Dwayne Wade, Flight, James White, Robert Height, Flip, Ronald Murray, Frank the Tank, Frank Kaminsky, Fro, Jared Allen, Frodo, Luke Ridnour, Buzzy, Andrew Levain, G.G. Money, Glenn Rice, G-Force, Gerald Wallace, Garbage Man, Cedric Ceballos, Garbo, Jorge Garbajosa, Geeter, Mike McGee, Geezer, Howard Porter, Geico, Francisco Elson, Jean, Lonnie Klutz, Gentle Ben, Ben Paquette, G.G., George Jervin, Kita, George Marizan, Ghostface, Joel Prisbla, Gigi, Gigi Datome, Gilbert Arenas, Godzingis, Kristaps Porzingis, Golden, Bob Rule, Goose, Jack Givens, G.P., Gary Payton, Grandmama, Larry Johnson, Greyhound, Bob Dandridge, Grocery List, O.J. Mayo, Groundhog Day, Tim Duncan, H. Halfman, Half Amazing, Vince Carter, Ham, Justin Hamilton, Hambone, Art Williams, Tom Hammonds, Hammer, Andrew DeClerc, Handy Andy, Andy Johnson, Andy Phillip, Harp, Derek Harper, Ron Harper, Hawk, Charlie Black, Connie Hawkins, Percy Hawkins, Vernon Maxwell, Heavy D, Derek McKee, His Ernest, Michael Jordan, His Highness Bill Lambier, Hollywood, Don McLean, James Robinson, Hondo, John Hadlichik, Honey Boy, Rudy LaRusso, Honeycomb, Gus Johnson, Hoodie, Mello, Carmelo Anthony, Horny, Jeff Hornacek, Horse, Danisel, Hot Plate, John Williams, Hot Rod, Rod Strickland, Hoobie, Bob Hubregs, Houdini of the Hardwood, Bob Cousy, Hound Jerry Baskerville, Hoya Destroya, Patrick Ewing, Humble Moses, Malcolm Brogdon, Hump, Chris Humphreys, Hutch, Mel Hutchins, Ice, Jerry Reynolds, Iceman, George Jervin, Iggy, Andrea Guadala, Ike, Isaac Austin, Il Gallo, Danilo Gallinari, Il Mago, Andrea Bargnani, Iron Man, AC. Green, Wesley Matthews, ISO Joe, Joe Johnson, JJ Kidd, Jason Kidd, J Max, Jason Maxiel, J Rich, Jason Richardson, J Smooth, Josh Smith, J Wolf, Jason Williams, J.O., Jermaine O'Neal, Jr. Isaiah Ryder, Jr. Swish, J.R. Smith, J.T., Jason Terry, J.Y.D. Jerome Williams, Jamin James, James Bailey, Jazzy, Kazzy Russell, JC, Jamal Crawford, Jedi, Jetty Osman, Jellybean, Joe Bryant, Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen, Jimmy G. Buckets, Jimmy Butler, Jingles, Joe Ingles, Jinglin' Joe, Joe Ingles, Joe, Joachim Noah, Joe Barely Cares, Joe Barry Carroll, Joe Cool, Joe Johnson, Joey Buckets, Joe Young, Johnny Pax, John Paxson, JoJo, Joel Embiid, Joker, Nikola Jokic, Jordan Stopper, Gerald Wilkins, Jorts. Josh Harrelson, Jay Rich, Josh Richardson, Juancho, Juan Hernan Gomez, Wani, DeJuan Wagner, Juju, Greg Smith, Jumpin' Joe, Joe Caldwell, Jumping Jack, Jackie Moore, Junkyard Dog, Jerome Williams, Just Barely Carroll, Joe Barry Carroll, KK, Larry Kennan, K Mart, Kenyon Martin, KJ. Kevin Johnson, Candyman, Michael Olwick Candy, Cat Carl Anthony Towns, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, KD, Kevin Durant, Keith Markeith Morris, KG, Kevin Garnett, Killacam, Cameron Payne, King in the Fourth, Isaiah Thomas, King James, LeBron James, Kryptonite, Nate Robinson, Kuz, Kyle Kuzma, LL Train, Lionel Simmons, LO. Lamar Odom, La Bamba, Juan Carlos Navarro, Larry Legend, Larry Bird, Latvian Laser, Davis Bertans, LBJ, LeBron James, Legs, Tim Legler, Lil Buckets, Marcus Thornton, Lynn Sanity, Jeremy Lin, Little Flying Mouse, Damon Stoudemire, Little General, Andre Turner, Little Hawk, Larry Nance, Little Joe Hamilton, Little Louis, Louis Dampier, Little Moses, Hakeem Olajuwon, LJ, Larry Johnson, LMA, LaMarcus Aldridge, Logo, Damian Lillard, Long Gene, Gene Conley, Losky, Jim Luskatoff, Lou Hefner, Tyrone Lue, Luke Maurice Lucas, Lumber, Dave Corzine, Lunch Pail, Taj Gibson, MMJ. Michael Jordan, MacGyver, Pat Riley, Mad Dog, Fred Carter, Mark Madsen, Mad Max, Vernon Maxwell, Magic Johnson, Man of Steel, Larry Steele, Manimal, Kenneth Fareed, Minutona, Manu Ginobili, Maple Jordan, Andrew Wiggins, Mays, Anthony Mason, Matador, Luka Doncic, McBob, Josh McRoberts, McFilthy, Jeff Ruland, McGinnis the Magnificent, George McGinnis, McNasty, Rick Mahorn, MCW, Michael Carter Williams, Mealtime, Ramil Robinson, Medical Bill, Bill Cartwright, Mel the Abuser, Jamal Tinsley, Mello, Carmelo Anthony, Memo, Memedo Core, Microwave, Vinnie Johnson, Midlife, Kurt Thomas, Midnight Creeper, Jay Vincent, Mighty Mouse, Damon Stoudemire, Mini Mamba, Andrew Goldluck, Mini LeBron, Eric Bledsoe, MKG, Michael, Kid Gilchrist, Mo, Maurice Cheeks, Mo Pete, Morris Peterson, Mo Buckets, Maurice Spades, Mo, Maurice Harkless, Money Mace, Roger Mason, Monster Mash, Jamal Mashburn, Monty, Eddie Jordan, Mook, Marcus Morris, Moose, Greg Monroe, Mike Muscale, Motormouth, Elgin Baylor, Mozart of the Hoops, Drazen, Pitt, Travic, Mozzie, Timothy Mozgov, Mr. 94 feet, Patrick Beverly, Mr. All Around, Tom Gola, Mr. Basketball, George Mikan, Mr. Big Shot, Chauncey Billups, Mr. Catering, Jose Calderon, Mr. Cavalier, Austin Carr, Mr. Chibs, Kenny Anderson, Mr. Clutch, Jerry West, Mr. Dependable, Davon Reed, Mr. Inside, Elgin Baylor, Tom Borwinkle, Mr. Intensity, Carl Nix, Mr. March, Tyler Dorsey, Mr. May, John Sally, Norm Nixon, Mr. Mean, Larry Michaud, Larry Smith, Mr. Moves, Campy Russell, Mr. Nice, Grant Hill, Mr. President, Bill Bradley, Mr. Sonic, Nate McMillan, Mr. Triple Double, Jason Kidd, Mount. Mutombo, Dikembe Mutombo, Muggsy Bogues, My Giant, Gheorghe Marizan, and Nacho, Gilbert Arenas, Nanu, China New Onaku, Nash D, Steve Nash, Nate the Great, Nate Thurmond, Nelly, Don Nelson, Netu, Bob Nataliki, Never Nervous, Purvis Ellison, Nexttown Brown, Larry Brown, Nick Nicholas Batum, Nick Ignite, Nick Van Exel, Nick the Quick, Nick Van Exel, Ninja, Sean Elliott, Nick Dominique Wilkins, Nick C, Nelson Bob, NOC, Andre Snowchoni, OO, Orlando Woolridge, Oak, Charles Oakley, Oak Tree, Charles Oakley, Ovocop, Orlando Woolridge, Old School, Adrian Griffin, Ollie, Oliver Taylor, Ox, Wally Osterkorn, P. Pac-Man, Pearl Washington, Papa, Jim Brewer, Paper Thin, Amir Johnson, Pappy, Jack Pierre Jackson, Pato, Patricio Garino, Pax, John Paxson, Pearl, Stacey King, Penny, Infernie Hardaway, Perk, Kendrick Perkins, Petro, Drazen, Pitt, Trovic, PG-13, Paul George, Philly Dog, Michael, Pickle, John Battle, Picklehead, Marcus Page, PICU, Jose Ortiz, Picculin, Jose Ortiz, Pierre JaVale McGee, Pig, Anthony Miller, Pike, Eric Piatkowski, Pinball, Dave Twardzik, Pip, Scotty Pippen, Pistol Pete, Pete Maravich, Pitbull, Calvin Nat, Playoff P, Paul George, Pocket Rocket, Calvin Murphy, Poetry, Lawrence Moden, Pogo, Joe Caldwell, Foo, Derek Rouse, Eugene Jeter, Popcorn, Connie Norman, Poppin' Paul, Paul Arizin, Pops, Frank Selby, Pork Chop, Jeff Mullins, Porzingod, Kristaps Porzingis, Professor Big Shots, Nemanja Bjelica, Psycho T, Tyler Hansbrough, QQ Pawn, Quincy Pondexter, Q Rich, Quentin Richardson, R Rags, Mike Reardon, Rambo, Kurt Rambus, Rampaging Redhead, Murray Weir, Ralzino, Raul Netu, Ray Allen, Razor, Charles Edge, Reckless Rex, Rex Morgan, Red Mamba, Matt Bonner, Red Rocket, Matt Bonner, Red Velvet, Kevin Herter, Reds, Delont West, Reeve, Sharif Abdur Rahim, Rainman, Sean Kemp, Rhino, Craig Smith, RHJ, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, Ricky Buckets, Ricky Davis, Riles, Pat Riley, Rio, Mario Chalmers, Rip Richard Hamilton, Robin Hood, Dirk Nowitzki, Robo, Dave Robish, Rock Mitch Richmond, Rocco, Robert Covington, Rodzilla, Dennis Rodman, Rolo, Robin Lopez, Ron Burgundy, Ron Baker, Ron, Meta World Peace, Roughhouse Rudy LaRusso, Rounds, Dan Roundfield, Rubber Bandman, Mickey Johnson, Rubber Bandman, Robin Jones, Rudy T. Rudy Tomjanovich, Ruska, Stefano Rusconi, Russell Westbrook, Rusticulous, Russ Smith, SS. Sean Livingston, STAT. Ford, The Little General, Avery Johnson, The Locksmith, Deshaun Stevenson, The Logo, Jerry West, The Lumberjack, Dave Corzine, The Machine, Sasha Vujacic, The Magnificent, Marvin Barnes, The Mailman, Karl Malone, The Man with the Golden Arm, Wayne Ellington, The Man with the Long Gray Beard, Jim Pollard, The Matrix, Sean Marion, The Mayor, Fred Hoiberg, The Mitten, Gary Payton 2, The Monster, Mitch McGarry, The Oklahoma Kid, Alvin Adams, The Original Bull, Jerry Sloan, The Owl Without a Vowel, Bill MLKVY, The Panda's Friend, Meta World Peace, The Pearl, Earl Monroe, The People's Champ, Will Barton, The Pharaoh, Alaa Abdel Nabi, The Phenom, Frank Mason 3, The Pink Panther, Tony Kukoc, The Plastic Man, Stacey Ogman, The Polish Gazelle, Marcin Gortat, The Polish Hammer, Marcin Gortat, The Polish Rifle, Eric Piatkowski, The Postman, Stephen Hunter, The President, Malcolm Brogdon, The Prince of Darkness, Phil Lambier, The Process, Joel Embiid, The Professor, Andre Miller, The Punisher, Darius Miles, The Rifle, Roger Strickland, The Rifleman, Chuck Person, The Round Mound of Rebound, Charles Barkley, The Sarge, Norris Coleman, The Scavenger, Rodney McGruder, The Secretary of State, Bill Bradley, The Servant, Kevin Durant, The Snake, James Silas, The Specialist, Damon Jones, The Squid, Sidney Moncrief, The Stash, Adam Morrison, The Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert, The Storm, Norm Van Leer, The Storm and Mormon, Sean Bradley, The Stump, Gail Goodrich, The Thief, Sedale 3, The Regional Manager, Mike Scott, The Torch, Junior Bridgman, The Truth, Paul Pierce, The Twirl, Earl Kierton, The Wall, Wayne Embry, The Wizard, Gus Williams, The Worm, Dennis Rodman, The Zen Master, Phil Jackson, THJ, Tim Hardaway Jr., 3 Cola, Nikola Mirotic, Threesis, Kyle Korver, Thunder Dan, Dan Marley, Time Lord, Robert Williams, Tipper, George Thompson, TLC, Timothy Luo, Wu Cabero, Twan, Antoine Walker, Toko, Tornikesh Angelia, Tommy Gunn, Tom Heinzen, Tractor Trailer, Robert Trailer, Tradewinds, Jack McCloskey, Trader Jack, Jack McCloskey, Trez, Montrez Harrell, True Warrior, Meta World Peace, Truth, Walter Berry, F Juice, Karan Butler, UUD. Udonis Haslam, Uncle Cliffy, Clifford Robinson, Uncle Drew, Kyrie Irving, Uncle P, Nick Young, Unibrow, Anthony Davis, Unicorn, Kristaps Porzingis, V Vanilla Gorilla, Joel Prisbla, VZ, Vanderblue, Vino, Kobe Bryant, Vinsanity, Vince Carter, Vlad Rad, Vladimir Radmanovich, Vuch, Nikola Vucevic, W Waterbug, Greg Grant, Wave Poppy, Kelly Oubre Jr., Wheel Horse of Steel City, Dave Miner, White Chocolate, Jason Williams, White Mamba, Brian Scalabrine, Whitey, Johnny Mignofsky, Wiggs, Andrew Wiggins, Wild Thing, Anderson Varejao, Wilt Distilled, Wilt Chamberlain, Wind X-Men, Michael Cage, Wonder Boy. Luka Doncic, Wonderdog, Scott Brooks, Woodman, Leon Wood, Wookie, Sean Rooks, Worm, Willie McCarter, Wrecking Ball, Tony Roden, XX, Xavier McDaniel, X-Man, Xavier McDaniel, YYMCA, Andrew Nicholson, Yogi, Michael Stewart, Yogi Ferrell, Young Bull, Colin Sexton, Young Hollywood, Zach Levine, Young Tracy, Paul George, CZ Bo, Zach Randolph, Zeke, Isaiah Thomas, Ziggy, Larry Siegfried, Zinger, Kristaps Porzingis, Zoe, Alonzo Mourning, Lonzo Ball, Zoo, Ivica Zubac, Sue Blocka, Ivica Zubac, 09, 2 Patrick Patterson, 3D, Dennis Scott, 3D, Boris Dio, 3G, Eric Gordon.